Hi folks, I've got a Sofirn SC33 to have a look at, show you, talk about today. It's a 21700 battery powered light, proportions wise not overly big, and crucially with a Cree 70.3 tucked in there. So let's just have a quick look at the box and see what it comes with and get that out of the way. We've got a lanyard tucked in there, charging cable and a manual. Operations wise, really easy. It does have an automatic lockout. If you try and turn it on now, you can see the blink to tell us it's locked. So it's a double click and now the light's on. We can have ramped or we can have stepped. This is currently on ramping mode, and I can go up, down, whichever way I want. The max ramp, it's flashed there, does not include the turbo, so it's a double click to move to turbo, one click to take us back to where we were, and one click for off. One click on, one click off. The exception being turbo, the one click takes us back to where we were. In the on position, 4 fast clicks moves us to our stepped, and we hold the tail button and ramp through our power modes. And it's a triple click for strobe. So it doesn't get much easier than that, does it really, in terms of the UI. Let's jump onto Sofirns web page and have a look at the specifications. So we're on Sofirns web page. The thing that leaps out of you first and foremost is the price, $39.99 to $43.99. That's pretty decent, isn't it, for a light of this spec? There's plenty of information on it. You can visit this web page if you like, and peruse this information at your leisure, but we've gone through most of this, so we'll quickly skim down and pick out anything that I've missed. For example, IP68 water resistant and 2 amp fast charging, and the memory mode where it memorises the last brightness level used. The step ramping we've covered, as we have the smooth and how to switch in between them. This is probably the bit now that we're going to be most interested in. We've got the moonlight mode there. Eco 50, low 300, medium 750, high 1800, and turbo 5200. 5200, that's a lot, isn't it, for a light of that size? On the end of the video, I've put in some runtime tests that you can have a look at if you wish, but what I'd found was that on the turbo, it didn't hold it for long. You literally got a blast of that maximum, and then with a more or less immediate slow step down, and then leveled out somewhere above high, and in between its max. But take a look at that if you're interested. And for now, let's pop outside and I'll show you what it can do. So we're out with the Sofirn SC33, starting on its lowest mode. Let me pop a picture of where I am, and then scroll through our modes. Quite a fast scroll, isn't it? Let me slow it down a touch. There we go. Second to bottom. Balanced type beam profile. I'm not seeing a particular hotspot. Next up, lovely amount of light coming off. I hope the camera's showing it properly. I'm sure it is. That's our high mode. It's got to lean in a little bit on the throwier side there, isn't it? But not overly so. I think I'm going to put this more of a kind of flood type profile. We're not getting into the distance down there, are we? And then turbo. Can you see those moths there? They're all going bonkers over this light. Let's just have a look around I'm not moving the torch, just moving the camera. You see how this kind of spot here really does favour this type of light. And as with the Sofirns, as you know alike, one click takes us back to where we were. Turbo. Back to where we were. Let's move along and have a look at it in a different spot. Now folks, I'm a little bit further on now with the Sofirn SC. Just quickly scrolling through my modes. Let me find where I am. Lowest mode. Let me pop a picture of where I am. I'm trying to avoid that moon there in the corner. And the upper level. Up one more. Not doing bad on the distance, is it? There we go. Let me get the focus right. Don't know if you can hear that noise in the background. There's a pretty big fishman jumping all night long. And then the Wowzer Turbo. Now we don't care about the moon. And we are getting way into the distance over there. So perhaps I'd better take that back, what I said earlier on about it not being a throwy type beam. There's no spot on there, but it's certainly making the distance with that Cree 70 version 3. One click back to where we were. I really do like the one click back to where we were. Put the moon behind me and have a look down this side. And the blast of that turbo if you need it. Again, another little light from Sofirn that I've been really impressed with. Not seen too many with the 70.3s in there at the moment. They probably snatched a few off the shelf. That turbo is pretty good, isn't it? Getting the touch warm now, so I'm expecting the ATR to start telling me to behave any moment. Okay folks, another lovely little light from Sofirn. I'll catch you on the next one. Let's have a look at the SC33 now. On turbo. What are we starting at? 210ish. Drop in straight away, 205, 24. Let's see if it steadies. Okay, so we've had quite a significant drop there to start off with, and then steadied out at around the 144 on the lux meter. 40 seconds in. Let's see what. 40. Let's see what the reading is on the high mode. Let me take it off. Turbo. High. High's reading 108. Go back to our turbo again. So as you can see there, you get that initial blast, and then more or less an instant backing off, and then holding around that 140 mark. So it seems that the turbo there is holding higher than high, but not that max output for very long at all. In fact, it's more or less an instant blast, isn't it? And then a very quick stepping back somewhere in between its max and high, and then holding pretty well thereafter. I think I'm going to try this with a different battery and see whether that's battery related. So this is the first battery that we're using. It is a Sofirn battery, but it's based on the lithium 10, come on camera focus, 10C rated battery. So let's try a Molicel 45B in there. Up to turbo. So we're starting off about the same. And we've also got that same initial rather rapid drop. Is it going to settle around the 140-ish mark? Yeah. So it's not battery related.